I'm on a mission to run a 100-mile ultra. And on today's episode, we talked about my most recent ultra, a 70-mile ultra, actually called the Grim Reaper. And, you know, it does get a bit grim. Really, there's lots of things that happen in ultras. You know, you get aches, you get pains, you get bruises, you get rashes in places you wish you didn't get rashes. It can be rough. But there's a couple of new things that happened this ultra. Is one, mile 28, I had hot flushes for about 2 hours. That was really strange. I was really concerned I had too much sugar. So had to change that very quickly, just because, again, with an ultra, if you're going for so long, to have a problem to persist for an additional 10 hours, it could get to a serious medical emergency. The other issue I faced that was quite strange was at mile 45, my body just started going to sleep. It was as if I had lots of light switches around my body, and one by one they were just switching off. I was running and running, and then suddenly I would drop like that. I didn't fall to the floor. It just like my whole body just fell asleep for like half a second. But then I'd still be running. I would like look around and be like, "What just happened? What just happened?" Happened like 4 or 5 times. I was like, "Oh my god, I need nutrition." So I just finished off that part of the race really quickly. I sped up a bit because I was getting a bit freaked out. Like, if I've hit my wall here, I've got another 20 miles to go. So I was like, I need to fix this big time. I ran and all the way to the next aid station. Took me about another hour, and luckily there she was, my partner in crime, my partner on the podcast, and my pit crew for every ultra, Shelby. And she was there ready to give me nutrients, give me a fuel, give me a massive matcha, give me all the sugars and salts I needed at that time. And it's just, honestly, it's so integral. You really need to be aware of your body. I'd say the 4 key things is train, nutrition, and have a good pit crew, knows what you need when you need it, and also listen to your body. I don't really read or write a lot in running. I just listen. I do pick up tips through people, but really, I just feel it. I feel it the entire way. So depending on how I feel, I change things. So having those 4 things, train really hard, get your nutrition right, have a pit crew who can support you there, and feel your way through it, really gets me through these ultras. And that gives you a bit of insight into what it's about. And please do go to the episode. We really got into it and discussed the ins and outs and some other challenges. Towards the end, there's some pretty crazy stuff that happened.